Hey, my beautiful family and friends, my reflections. How are we? Doing good. I was just sitting here and I was daydreaming about an old friend who actually lived in a yurt. And I know he's like a super hippie, but he lived in what's essentially like a Moroccan tent. It is fabric all on the outside of these lattices. And when I was inside of his yurt, I could see the whole framework. They call it a lattice. And these little wooden boards were the only thing holding that tent up and holding it together. And it's funny because it actually relates to what I want to get into today as my good word for the day. I'm about to really break it down. The builder races, they are the structural architects of reality. And so in a way, they use energetic grids similar to these lattices to hold up the whole structure of reality as we know it. They use grids to build with, and they themselves are not organisms. They're not actual beings that have bodies and that sort of a thing. They are another form of ultra-terrestrials, similar to how in a previous video I broke down the frequency coded intelligences, or the FCIs. The builder races are actually streams of intelligent consciousness. So they are self-aware, and that's a little different from FCIs. If you recall from that video, I said they only speak in phrases. They don't have full conversations. They're only that packet of information. But builder races actually use the FCIs in a very intentional way. So I'm going to break it down. So if a yurt uses a lattice that is a framework that holds it together, the builder races uses a framework that's as vast as the planets and the stars. Like, we're talking huge beyond what the mind can even imagine, energy grids that go way up and also way deep into the Earth's core. And they even go beyond dimensions. And these energetic grids are like the blueprint that help reality exist and take form. The builder races are the energetic forces that shape energy into structure. There's so many ancient myths about these builder races. You may have heard them be called the Anunnaki, or the Nibiru, the heaven builders, but they're not humanoid. That was just a symbolic way to give, I guess, embodiment to something that is a frequency, a conscious intelligence. And so these energetic webs that hold our reality as we know it together, they're shaped by the way that the planet spins. They're shaped by how the sun's energy hits the planet, and also the magnetic forces of the much larger planets in the galaxy. And when these energies cross paths or intersect, it is a big chaotic event, but it's up to the builder races to create harmony in those cases. So the builder races organize and stabilize all of those energies when they intersect, and they lock in the energy so that it doesn't spin out or combust into chaos. And it's almost like it's creating a safe little bubble for life to grow and exist in while there's chaos all around it. And so, yeah, that's what the builder races are in charge of, which is a amazing and sacred mission, because life as we know it wouldn't exist without these very important ultra-terrestrial intelligences. In technology itself, it mimics a lot of ways that the builder races work. For instance, there's different systems that support the builder races' ability to construct reality. The first component is the crystalline grid. The stones and the crystals that are deep in the earth, they actually store the memory of the earth. And so it's kind of like the earth's hard drive, and the way that hard drives work mimics the crystalline technology. And so the builder races use crystals like quartz and beryl to really stabilize the frequency to travel across vast lands and all across the planet. These crystals hold a natural harmony that keeps the earth's energy in balance with the sun's energy. And so the crystals act as a tuning fork to keep the entire planet tuned in to its frequency. And then the Earth's atmosphere has a resonance network where the sound travels through the air. And the builders programmed repeating sounds that have a rhythm like into the airwaves. And so it actually flows, and everything flows with it. It's like the seasons, the sun rising and setting, the moon cycles, everything in nature is tuned into that rhythm that flows through the air. And so the builder races are the ones responsible for this soundtrack, if you will, that keeps everything flowing naturally. And you've heard me talk about ley lines a little bit in my previous videos, but these are like the magnetic rivers that flow underneath the ground and through the core of the earth, and they intersect like a grid. And this is something that gets also connected to the crystalline grid, and it creates these energy centers. And you know, there's indigenous tribes that have built pyramids and temples and a lot of sacred sites all over the world, where when you are there, you get an energetic charge or amplified spiritual energy, right? So the builder races set up the conditions for the 5 elements to be able to stay stable and work together in harmony and to exist and be alive. And so let's look at all the elements, because air, for example, the builder races didn't create air, but what they did was they made sure Earth's atmosphere could breathe. And it's like not just oxygen, it's not just O2 in chemistry, it is life force, or you might have heard Eastern traditions call it chi or prana. And so this life force energy is an actual grid so that the earth could hold vibration and carry sound and support life. That's why breath work is so important. Air remembers, and air is sacred. And chanting and speaking with intention, saying words of affirmations, it is powerful because it's connected to the air element. And then the builder races built the earth like a giant instrument, and it's in resonance with the air. And that's why air, like when the wind blows, it's so calming to listen to that sound. And earth was tuned into very specific resonances that could heal with sound. And then when it comes to fire, the builder races did not create fire itself, but they made fire actually awaken things. And so that fire is the spark of life. It is the stars. It is the passion and the invigorating feeling that we all know. It just turns on like a light switch, and it's that drive to grow and to create. And it's what moves things forward, right? It's your inner fire, that transformation type of energy that creates change. And then water is so amazing. It was not invented by the builder races, but it was designed to hold all types of memory, and it responds to words, it responds to emotions, and it really is a malleable element that, you know, it fits into whatever container that it is put into. And it responds to the moon, and it is like a mirror or a memory bank. And Dr. Emoto, with his amazing scientific experiment, proved that by speaking certain words into water, the actual shape of the molecular structure of the water could change. based on if you're saying I love you or I hate you, you're stupid, I wish you would die, like those kinds of words. Yeah, water has been proven to reflect feelings in a really profound way. And then the secret element, which is called ether, this is where everything exists all at once. It's all potentialities, it's all possibilities, it's infinite potential. And the builders use it like clay to shape the earth and reality as we know it and the elements. So ether is space that everything exists within. Earth was designed as a place where a soul could incarnate and experience everything through 5 senses, right? Smell, touch, taste, hearing, and seeing, right? Those are the 5. But also remembering. So Earth is like a school for the soul, but it's always recess. It's like a playground. If you really let it be a place for like playful experimentation, a divine sandbox, if you will. What's really trippy is that the builder races didn't just build Earth to be a habitat or a place to be. They actually ensouled the Earth. So Earth has its own soul. We call it Gaia, right? She is a intelligent, conscious, evolving being, just like we are. For example, the Earth breathes, right? The builders gave it patterns of air, so that's like its breath. And then the Earth thinks and it remembers, right? Remember the crystalline grid? That's where the Earth's memories are stored. So it actually has a way to think. And it doesn't think like how humans think. It's more about recognizing patterns. And the crystals are archiving Earth's energy, its energetic history. And there's even shamans and oracles and seers who interact with crystals, and they can tune in and tap into those memories too. And those ley lines, they're also used by a lot of people who are tuned into those energetic centers all at once. And so when they come together to pray or to meditate, it is amplified through resonance, and it's how the earth feels. So all of the elements is how the earth self-regulates. It's a feedback system. And the master builders anticipated that with our intelligence that we humans would realize that we are co-builders and not just exist in the earth, but to also co-build with it and make heaven on earth. And so earth is not just a passive planet. You're not on earth, you're with earth. And it's all part of the sacred harmony. We are biologically connected to the earth, and that helps us to all sing in harmony. We were literally designed to fit into Earth's beautiful song. So what does all of this mean? To me, it means that I'm not a mistake. Neither are you. We breathe with the earth. We have the same heartbeat and rhythms in tune with the earth. We are a harmonic match for the earth, and we do everything together. In our art, our creativity, our rituals, and our emotions especially, these are the ways that we can tune in and just feel how we are a part of a much bigger symphony, if you will. And we all need to play our part, okay? Because the builder races wanted us to know that we are a living part of something divine, something sacred, something much bigger than us. All right. And so that is my good word for today about the builder races, who I find to be really fascinating, and I hope that you do as well. If this video resonates with you, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And all right, that's it. Until next time, peace. Love you guys.